Hey, my wonderful, wonderful, lovely, lovely, lovely people. A pleasant morning to you. Beautiful people. You see why sometimes I don't like when people come with nonsense as rebuttals because you want to oppose for opposing's sake. You don't want to agree with people when they come with facts. Now, in a number of my posts, you know, for the time that I've been on TikTok, well, not the exact, in the embryonic stage, in the beginning stage, but sometime as time passes, you know, because I try to come and speak with fact. If I'm giving an opinion on something that I would have using the laws of induction, meaning I amass the information, then I use the laws of deduction where I break it down, you know, so you do a sort of a surgery on it, and then I will tell you in my opinion on the basis of things that have happened in this way frequently or seldom. Then I can say my opinion is this. I feel this way. It doesn't mean it is so, because I can be wrong. Now, I saw something from last evening, and then I saw it today, I guess on the different newspaper or social media platforms. It says Jamaica has the lowest salaries in the region, new survey indicates. How long have I been saying this? I've not necessarily said that Jamaica has the lowest salaries in the region, but I'm not surprised, you know. So I'm looking at the Gleaner now, and let me read what it says, because I don't want anybody to feel that I'm just guessing something out of my head now. All right, so it is there. The study was done. So it says a survey of salaries conducted among 119. That's quite a number of companies, 119 in 20 Caribbean countries. So a survey of salaries conducted among 119 companies in 20 Caribbean countries released this week indicates that Jamaica may have the lowest salaries in the region on average. On average. So it obviously it sounds that it spans across public and private sector on the basis of just reading the thesis, what I call that sentence, because now I'm going to go into the body of it even more. According to the survey, the salaries in Jamaica fell below the regional average in 91% of the roles surveyed. So basically all of them. Basically, it says 91%, basically it's everything. Maybe the one or two is some, you know, one or two little companies, and so small companies probably, which was, or could be conglomerates, which was the highest percentage among the countries surveyed. I want to tell you that people are paid poorly. I told you years ago, a politician from this present party, and let me make this, because when you say this, people feel that you're against a party. For me, one of Jamaica's best prime ministers, though his tenure was short, the longevity as a prime minister was short, is Bruce Golding. A number of people started to vote because of him. So I don't care what he may have done before. I care for where you are going now and what changes he would have wanted to make. He's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant man. I don't know. I heard that he got the second highest in his masters, either in the world or in the Caribbean. He's a brilliant man. I've seen him at conferences and so on. He's brilliant at graduations. And he would have been a fantastic prime minister had he continued. You know, that's my view, and I've heard people saying that quite a number, not just one or two or three or four. So it says, you know, according to the survey, the salaries in Jamaica fell below the regional average in 91% of the roles surveyed, which was the highest, not high or high, highest, top, the pinnacle percentage among the countries surveyed. The Caribbean Salary Survey Report, PayPulse 2024, was produced by the Caribbean Society for Human Resource Professionals, CSHRP, in collaboration with CaribbeanJobs.com. In the report, now in its third edition, the Bahamas emerged as the salary leaders. You know, I was thinking it would have been Cayman or Bahamas. I was wondering, so I'm not surprised. So it says the Bahamas emerged as the salary leaders, particularly in executive and specialized positions. Not surprised, obviously, naturally. Followed by St. Kitts and Nevis. Wow, I would have never thought of them. You know, St. Kitts, well, especially on the Nevis' end, I would not have. And Barbados. Yes, I've always heard about Barbados. Remember, their dollar is basically 1 to 2 to 1 or something of the sort. The Bahamas was found to pay above the Caribbean market rate in 97.3% of the roles surveyed in the country. St. Kitts and Nevis paid above the Caribbean average in 94.7% of the roles surveyed. So it come like all about 97. So 97.3 for Bahamas, 94.7 for St. Kitts and Nevis, and Barbados in 76.3%, which is still good. You know, that's still a fair portion. You know, it's above half mark. So that is good. That is good. At the other end of the scale, the survey showed that the Jamaica's salaries fell below the market in 91% of the roles surveyed. So most places people are paid poorly. And so may I read this? This is how I'm reading it. Most places people are paid poorly. And when Dion Jackson Miller had interviewed the former finance minister, I think it was 2022. May have been sometime in the May. If it's not 2022, it's 2023. And she said, sir, I know that the leaders and so on got an increase, like people in leadership roles and supervisors in management. I'm talking about the regular line staff, the low man or woman as the case may be. And he kept showing the placards. You know, and she said, I already know that. Let me show you what Bahamas has. Let me show you what Trinidad has. We know that. We're talking about the lower man. And then some of you are going to say people are living above their means. When our dollar is one, for every $1 I need, for every $1 US, I have to get basically 160 Jamaican dollars to get that $1. Huh? So people will always live above their means. And the reason why many people live above their means is because they're financially illiterate. They're financially sick. They don't know. It's like learning literacy. You have to be taught. So any financial guru you see, they were taught, whether formally or informally, on a consistent basis until it became a part of their soul. So they know what to do. They didn't just become a financial guru like that. I don't care what anybody wants to say. Belize paid below in 90.9% of the roles surveyed, while St. Vincent and the Grenadines paid below average in 82.2% of the roles surveyed. The survey, conducted mainly by lead researcher Kimberly Largy, analyzed the salaries in 78 roles in 34 industries across the region, from top positions such as CEO, general manager, and chief marketing officer to entry-level positions, including groundsman, bartender, janitor, cashier, receptionist, and so on, those clerical. Commenting on the work of the CSHRP, Board Deputy Chairman Vaughn McDonald said the organization is positioning itself as a factory for current research on data and the world of work as we know in our region. McDonald, in his overview, said 3 sectors stood out in terms of compensation, namely human resources. What did Warren Buffett say? The best investment is what? Human. He didn't say natural resources. He said human resources. Or superficial, or whatever you would want to call it. Material. It said human resources. This is a billionaire we're talking about. Financial, human resources, banking, financial services and insurance, and hospitality, tourism and catering. These industries are not just setting a salary benchmark, they are driving economic transformation in our region, he said. On the other hand, McDonald said education, childcare, training, retailing, wholesaling and purchasing, and the public sector present opportunities for compensation reform. So public sector present. And when people are, say every minute is the public sector, because they are the poorly paid. The larger of the two, they are poorly paid. People go into the supermarkets, wholesales, wherever it is, and have to put back. Or I saw a lady that, and I would consider her middle class, that I know, and she went up to the cashier. As the cashier cash one thing, she's looking at to see where her bill is. And I would consider her, if we still have the middle class, if you understand what I'm saying. Because things are dim and grim. The politician years ago, long before COVID, said anyone earning under basically 500,000 and under, that's what he basically was saying, they're scraping. Well, those who are earning 500, let me use that the under. Those who are earning $500,000 per month are scraping. This was years ago, long before COVID. So therefore means most people are decomposed, because more people are earning under 500, under 400, under 300. Huh? When you look at the Glean and see the salaries that they offer yearly, some of them under $1 million for the year, a little bit over $1 million. Guys, you don't want to do real TikTok and YouTube. subscribe, please.